Okay, y'all. Kelsey got on his good shit today for his sister's graduation. Got the Ralph on. I see you, Ralph.
You talking subliminal? I can't even see me.
Sunny Digital.
What's up, y'all? Me again, your boy. Man, so I was up here, man, applying, well, because I got invited for an interview or whatever, right? And it was on the second floor, like, of this building, man, like, right in the middle of Arlington. And it was just like, so, like, I went up there and I seen a lot of these marketing schemes, man. So I go to the room where I'm supposed to go in. What do you know? It's on the marketing schemes. I'm like, oh, I turn my ass around so quick. And I'm like, nah. But yeah, man. But let's get to this football stuff though. Man, I'm looking. I don't know. Like something kind of rang off a small red alarm as far as the Eagles organization, because now we have 4 quarterbacks on the roster. We have Carson Wentz, starter, aka the key to our destiny to win a Super Bowl. And then we also have Clayton Thorson, who is no bum in college, threw like 70 touchdown passes in college, with a low interception ratio. Not bad. And then we got Cody Kessler, who is an awesome backup for the Jacksonville Jaguars, behind Blake Bortles, which is saying a lot considering how much they paid Blake Bortles and how much they paid Cody Kessler on a rookie contract. And then we got Nate Sudfeld. So that's 4 quarterbacks you have on a roster. 4 quarterbacks all competing for that quarterback number 2 spot. Even though I feel like it's more than entitled for Nate Sudfeld, because he's been there, he has more experience, he's learned under the tutelage of Carson Wentz and Nick Foles, two great quarterbacks. So definitely that quarterback 2 spot set by Nate Sudfeld. But it makes you wonder, do the Philadelphia Eagles organization really believe in Carson Wentz's health coming to this season? Because why else would you get 4 quarterbacks on the roster? Do we need that many quarterbacks? So, because think of it like this. Think of it like a business, right? You know that your starting quarterback has a very mildly strong injury history. You know that he's somewhat injury prone, being this young. Even though, and I'm going to point this out, even though he just came off a major leg reconstruction surgery. So, and then the Philadelphia Eagles deviated for the 11 weeks he was out there. I don't know whether they were trying to get him back in football shape or what, but they deviated from running the ball, arguably because we didn't have a running back that intimidated a lot of defenses. He got hit a lot in 11 weeks he was out there, more than he did in 2016. Well, not 2016, but 2017, when he had the MVP season. He got hit a lot in the 11 games, which more likely caused that back injury, coming fresh off a leg, reconstruction surgery, not going through OTA. So of course he was probably out of shape those 11 games. So it would be logically reasonable to say that he was vulnerable to injury. So I wasn't upset when his back got hurt, because he wasn't even ready to come back to play anyway. We just threw him out there. But again, I say, you have a quarterback that's injury prone, that has an injury history since college. So you gotta have an insurance plan, because again, I know this as a business, that the organization comes before the player. Am I lying about that? I shouldn't be, because that's how most businesses think. So we have 4 quarterbacks on the roster, which indicates to me that the Philadelphia Eagles organization does not truly believe, or is not 100% confident in Carson Wentz's ability to stay healthy. So they got all these all this depth in the quarterback roster because they don't have Nick Foles, so they gotta compensate with Cody Kessler, and they gotta compensate with Nate Sudfeld. They gotta compensate with Clayton Thorson. You know what I'm saying? Just in case Carson Wentz goes down and they need somebody to run the offense just well enough, because they have two solid running backs in Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders to take the load off the passing game. But that's just my thing, man. Like, tell me what y'all think in the comments, man, because this is a very suspect thing that we have to consider in the drama of our organization. Like, do we truly believe that Carson Wentz can stay healthy all season? And if we did, like, what's the reason that we have 4 quarterbacks on the roster? But Milwaukee and the Raptors, so wow. Woo, man, Milwaukee played terrible and they still won by 8. Kyle Lowry played an anomaly game and they still lost. Man, Kawhi Leonard scored over 30 and they still lost. Man, but then again, like, the bench didn't really give them that much anyway. Like, the bench didn't really give them that much help anyway. I think the starters played on average like 42 minutes, which is very high, man. Like, they only came like 7 deep, and like, I think Milwaukee played their bench and they rested Giannis. Like, Giannis didn't even play like over 35 minutes. So, very good strategy on Milwaukee's part. Didn't break. Just kept it going into the fourth quarter. Like, 7 minutes to the fourth quarter, they took back the lead. And then they just kept them going, man. Like, they got hot. Like, just as a lot of people expected, man. A Bucks run, if a Buck even runs, a Buck Gallop, if you want to say that, came 7 minutes into the fourth quarter. So, man, that's what happens, man, because Toronto started loosening up. Like, even though Kyle Lowry's making shots, man, like, Kawhi Leonard only had 2 points in the fourth quarter, man. He disappeared. So, I don't know, man. It doesn't look good for Toronto, man. I really hope it don't turn out to be a sweep, man, but I see this going like 4 or 5 games for Milwaukee. Man, fucking Snail Blazers, bro. God damn, I was just so disappointed, man, because I would think it would be more of a competition in game 1, but I don't know, because CJ and Dame both shot terrible. You know what I'm saying? 21 turnovers, both of them shooting 11 for 31, less than 33%. Actually, that's right at 33%. So, very terrible game, man. Like, and then they were just giving up all these second chance points, man. Like, I was kind of disappointed. Anytime Golden State missed a shot, you had somebody getting the rebound for Golden State, and they were able to get a second chance point. And then Golden State was able to capitalize off turnovers. That's how they won, man. They made a lot of points off turnovers, and mind you, they made 21 turnovers, and then they got a lot of second chance points because Golden State was beating them at the boards. I mean, which is, I guess, why you miss Nurkic in this situation for Portland, because Nurkic was able to be a great rim protector. Not saying that Collins isn't, but because honestly, I think Collins should play more minutes just because they need somebody out that play at the rim. They need a big man out there, and Collins can shoot the 3. So, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that Portland didn't do well at all. Like, Dame and CJ only making 11 shots combined. Everybody else playing terrible. You had Canner at the rim, even though he's not a great rim defender, even though he has played very well throughout the playoffs, but he needs to be out there on the 3-point line guarding that shot, because they had open 3 points all night. They literally just gave it to him. Like here, Steph, have a 3. Here, Clay, have a 3. It's stupid. So, man, I expect Portland to come out like better than they did, because again, they had a very hot Game 7 with Denver that they just came off that Sunday night. So they probably even rest or practice what they needed to. So we'll just see Game 2.